Hi, and welcome to Field Engineering. I'm your host, JD Brake, and with me is our expert in all realms of HVAC and apparently college basketball, Mr. Phil Kimball. How are you, Phil?
Hi, JD. I'm doing
good to
good,
see you.
Good
Yeah,
seeing you.
both brackets are at the top of the list there, I notice. That's frustrating for me.
For everybody else.
Yeah, for everyone else. Now, today we're going to talk about a very important topic. We're getting like a crash course in electric training here with voltage versus current. Now, to a layman like myself, why is this so important to know the difference in our industry?
Well, let me give you a very common tech call that comes in on a daily basis.
Okay. Sure.
I get a call, and we got a zone control panel, and we're using 3-wire dampers, power open, power closed dampers. Now, you know, here's a zone control panel, and I got a little actuator hooked up to it. Oh yeah, Belimo, great actuator.
Yeah.
But 3-wire, power open, power closed. Now, this damper could be 50 feet away from this zone panel.
Right.
So the tech takes his multimeter, and we use LED indicators. We got a green LED for that zone. That means there's 24 volts constantly. As long as that light is on, there's 24 volts constantly on the power open side of the damper terminals. Okay, but he takes his multimeter and he said, "Well, I got to make sure that damper's driven open." So he checks it, and he sees 24 volts. And he says, just for giggles, I'll go across common and power close. And he sees voltage. So immediately he assumes there's something wrong. Wire, there's something wrong with the actuator. Or there's something wrong with our zone control panel. I have 24 volts on both sides, power up and power close. Well, we jump to conclusions.
Right.
And the first thing I tell them is, first of all, this zone control panel, all of our zone control panels are incapable, and I can absolutely assure you 100%, they're incapable of providing 24 volts on the power close and power open outputs. You can only do it one way or the other, all right? But this thing is a long ways away. So he said, well, it must be the actuator. Something's wrong. Well, there's nothing wrong. Here's what's happening. And I drew up a little simple diagram, just real simple.
Okay.
Here's our zone control panel, and here's our zone control terminals.
Okay.
And, of course, I got the common leg coming into the motor, and this is my simple diagram of a motor. Now, this is a 3-wire motor. In other words, it's power open, power close. So you have 2 windings in this motor. One winding is clockwise, which would be the power open side, and the other winding is counterclockwise. Now what happens though is these 2 coils are tied together.
Right.
So when we put 24 volts, here's our common and here's our hot leg, and the relay switches to the power open side, the voltage goes through here, goes through the coil, and makes the motor run.
Right.
But at the same time, that voltage also comes up this other coil to the power closed side. Now you do see voltage, but what you don't have is current. There is no current on this side over here to the power close.
Okay.
So immediately we assume, well, I got a defective motor, you got a defective zone control panel, because I'm seeing 24 volts on both sides, power open, power closed. Doesn't happen. So don't jump to conclusions. That's just the fact of life, and it's a natural occurrence with regards to how motors are designed.
Right.
Now, some motors are, they become more obvious. You see 24 volts, 26 volts, you're saying something's really wrong. Other motors have some pretty sophisticated electronics, and you don't see as much, but you will measure voltage on both sides.
Right.
Now, what I asked the techs to do, first of all, I try to get rid of this mentality. Don't worry about it. You're seeing voltage, you're not seeing current on the power closed or the power open side, whichever way we've driven the motor.
Okay.
But what you can do first, if he said, well, I swear it's this panel, and I know it's not, you just remove the leads to the actuator, and you just measure the outputs. If that zone light is on, you are only going to measure 26 volts across common and power open. If that light is out, in other words, another zone's calling and this is supposed to be closed, the
Right.
damper's closed, you will only measure 26 volts across common and power close.
Power close.
Easy
Yeah.
way to check. You just removed a couple wires. And the other thing is you access the damper. Obviously, we have to be able to access dampers for diagnostics. But again, if the light's on, you just go to the actuator, you go to the damper. Which way is the damper driven? What position it is? It's wide open. Okay, now let's turn this zone off. In other words, let's make another zone call. That light goes out. Which way is the damper going? It's going closed. Very easy to diagnose. You don't need to call me for that stuff. And it makes my day easier, and then I can fill out more brackets.
Yeah. Get more money.
Well, for next year, I've already won this year.
Yeah, exactly.
But just remember, current and voltage, there's a difference. But it's a natural occurrence, and only one side actually has current on it. So, in a nutshell, that's it.
Yeah, and just think how much time, having that knowledge, how much time will save the tech out in the field trying to hunt that down.
Exactly.
Because we want to get you guys in and out as quick as possible and get you over to the next job. But thank you so much, Phil. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And again, you have an opportunity to call us if you have any technical questions or if there's a topic you would like us to cover on field engineering. Please give us a shout at 888-652-9663. Phil, thanks for being on again. I'm JD Brake, and we hope to see you very soon. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to smack that like button below. And if you want notifications on brand new videos that are coming out tailored just for you, be sure to subscribe right here to the Jackson Systems YouTube channel. Now, if there's some videos you missed, you can always check it out right here. Go ahead and click subscribe. Other videos, like, do it.